Our government mandating an all-female construction team. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article sent to me by a viewer. All they wrote in the title was, this will make a good episode. Oh boy, I mean, I honestly, when I read this, government demands new school builder have women contractors and all-female management. I thought this has to be some bullshit from some woke, left-leaning, almost in the gutter state in America, where they've got feces in the street, homeless everywhere, and idiots calling to ban the police and then wondering why crime is skyrocketing. No, not at all. No, sorry. It's Australian, through and through. It's bloody Canberra. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a reality check here. I work in the construction industry. I'm an architect, sure. We're behind desks and we just draw all those pictures, and do all the fruffy stuff. None of the hard, real work. But I work with women through pretty much every consulting firm I'm with right now. I mean, this is just ludicrous. This is because you've got a previous old, out-of-date generation that still thinks that life is like it was in the bloody 60s and don't realize that most people don't give a shit about what sex you are. They just want to get the job done. I mean, come on. Why is it all-female management? Shouldn't it be all-female subbies? Okay? I want all the people, the labourers, digging out the holes on these jobs to be female. No male labourers, only female labourers. Yeah. Why does it have to be management? Oh, I mean, this is bullshit, isn't it? Come on, guys, let me know. I know we only have about 20% women watching, but I'll have to ask Rachel about this one, because this just seems utterly tokenistic, super superfluous waste of resources to try and track down a team that can offer this. And you know what it'll be? It'll be the same bullshit that when construction firms need to have such and such indigenous ownership, they set up a shell bullshit company next to it, stick some people in there as tokenistic owners or managers, and then just run it through that. That's what it'll be. Complete and utter farce. So the lefty idiots who want to do all this sexist discriminatory garbage, because that's what this is. This is discrimination. They want to do all this so they can tick their stupid boxes. And hey, if you voted for Labour, this is the type of shit you're voting for, guys, because they believe in all this rubbish. Okay, they've lost the plot. It ain't Bob Hawke's Labour anymore. Okay, honestly, it is not. The ACT government says it's confident it can find a construction company to build Stranthanium School with a 100% female management team and women employed by every trade subcontractor. I mean, it's just, why? Really, why? And how many subbies, okay, I did, a story time again, I did years ago a HIA course. I was getting through the architecture degree and I was just over it. I thought, you know what if I just go and become a building designer? So I went and did a HIA course. Now here's the funny thing. I could go and it cost me like $200 or something. And Rachel could go a lot cheaper because the missus could come along to do the HIA course, because this is all about, a certain course you had to do to be a building designer with QBCC or for a tradie as well. And this is one where you get the missus to come in. She can do the course dirt cheap because they know she's most likely going to be the one handling the finances and the books at home while hubby or boyfriend is off working. So Rachel got to be my missus. We weren't even married then, to come to this training. So I bet you there are a lot of subcontractors, which is, the man running it, a bloke running it, but the wife is heavily involved, if not officially, unofficially, in running and managing the business. I mean, come on. Are these people so warped they don't know how the world really works? Or am I just getting so old-fashioned and out of touch, these things like, marriages and husband and wives kind of working together to achieve a goal? That's all old-fashioned now. Oh, shit, I hope not, because then this country's screwed. Minister for Education and Minister for Women. Where's the Minister for Men? Just let me know that. Let's go right back to the old MRA topics. Where's the Minister for Men? We're pissing money away on this stuff. No. So the tender process for a $62.4 million project would be fair and competitive despite gender quotas imposed on it. See, this is it. Tokenistic discrimination for political purposes. That's what it is. Okay? That is exactly what it is. This is what you're voting for. The tender process will be available to tenderers ACT, as it normally is, and that will go through a process to ensure it's fair, she said. You know what I'd rather? I'd rather they ditch all this female and male quota rubbish and have it as local providers. You know, you get local people living in the ACT who are paying all the bloody taxes and fees and charges and everything for that state that get the work. But we've put those requirements in place and it will be clearly understood by the construction industry that we've asked for them to be engaged in this project in this way. So what? They're going to hire a bunch of people to be their female managers. I mean, for 62 million, you would chuck together a subsidiary just for the tender. You'd spend the $2,000 on it. They'd spend more than that just putting it together. You'd do it. You'd just do it for that. It'd be complete bullshit, completely pointless, and tokenistic. That means women are getting promoted to management positions just to tick a quota box. Shit. Is this where we're headed? Do people believe this shit is acceptable? They must. Oh, boy. Despite the industry being plagued by a skill shortage at present, Ms. Berry said the government had the opportunity to be selective about who it employed and on its construction projects. Why are they discriminating? What about if there's a bloke who has a subby and he doesn't happen to have any females working for him, but he really needs that job? He's a local, he's committed, he's paying his taxes, he's a good, Labour voting ACT person. He now is excluded from this process. How is that fair? How is that fair? How do people not see this as complete and utter bullshit? Come on. Is it me or is it getting worse? I think it's getting worse. Because these stupid ideas aren't getting laughed at and dismissed. People believe them. They believe they're good. In the 80s we were taught, not to discriminate. You weren't to be sexist. You weren't to be racist. None of that stuff. Just treat everyone how they are. They're either a hard worker or they're a bludger. That's pretty much it. I guess we got a whole lot of bludgers in Parliament here picking this bullshit up. Oh, boy. The key players involved in the school project. Here you go, CFMEU. Unionists, leftists. Come on. Well, why is it only women? It should be completely Indigenous owned. What about the traditional owners? The traditional transgender owners of the land that the school has been built on. Why aren't their construction companies getting a leg up? What do you mean? Only 2.6% of people working in construction in the territory were women, according to the latest released census data. Yeah, it's all going to go out. This won't be done by anyone in the ACT. It'll be done by an interstate company. The government aims to increase this to 10% by the next few years. And Ms. Berry acknowledged there was still more work to be done. You're in the ACT. It's tiny. I'm surprised it's even, it even has a construction industry. Wouldn't everyone just come in from New South Wales? Isn't it cheaper to live in across the border in New South Wales and come in here? Nevertheless, Miss Berry, why are none of these people married? Is that the thing? Said she was taking a glass half full approach to finding a suitable tenderer. Was confident there was enough suitably qualified women working in management roles in the construction industry to lead the project on site. You're not going to pick your site foreman based on their genitals. You're not going to do it. You shouldn't do it. It's Australia. I'm getting too old. She wasn't, however, able to say whether she thought the successful tender will be a local company or not. We'll wait and see what comes out of the wash. Oh, what's that architecture firm? I should find out. Is that Heise Anderson Lynch? Could be. Oh, they employ men. God, this is so stupid. The condition imposed on the project were part of an action plan, and preparation was underway to ensure females were going into the construction industry, Ms. Berry said. This includes a number of active programs in school to expose girls to trades at a younger age, which the minister said was helping push women into the industry. We want to increase the number of women working in construction by allowing women and young women to see what they could be one day, the minister said. It's not just a job for the boys. Yeah, and they've been trying that for years. Just look at the Scandinavian countries where there's this insane push for equality and it doesn't make any difference. You know, gender roles. People choose what they want to do. They still have freedom. If you want absolute equality, you have to force it. You're not going to get it. And so what if you're not getting 10%? Who cares? It's never going to be good enough for these idiots. They're going to want more, more, more. I mean, come on. Working in construction isn't for everyone. It's a shit, stressful job. The money can be great, and it can also be terrible. The risks and liabilities you're taking on working in construction is ludicrous. We're seeing all these builders go under left, right, centre everywhere. You're seeing all these tradies risk their entire house for every bloody job they do. You know, if they put 200 grand in for a job in materials and they don't get paid, then they're up shit creek. Do you think everyone wants to do that? No, they don't. And CEO of the Master Builders Association, Michael Hopkins, agreed with the need for government to take the lead on an initiative such as this one. You cuck. Yep, bloody cuck. Go get lost. Okay, no. Government shouldn't be doing initiatives like this. I'm over this crap. Okay, this is utter bullshit. The government should get out of the way. I mean, it's already taxpayer money that they're pissing away on this. It's just going to drive up the costs. The MBA is also working on an all-female-led charity house project. Oh. Have there ever been all-male there? No, they haven't. That's just happened. And Mr. Hopkins said, the experience had shown there was no jobs in the industry which could be undertaken by females. Who the hell thinks there isn't? Who thinks there are? Yeah, okay. Whoop-de-doo. Who cares? Okay, that's it. Women can do the jobs that men can do. Yeah, we're different, but we choose different paths in our lives. You're going to significantly decrease the number of people that contend for this job for political, ideological reasons. And it's going to cost more. And it's going to be more stolen taxpayer money. Of course you commend the government. On using its procurement power to demonstrate the role of women in the building industry. Because we know that young females need role models and to be able to see more experienced female work. This is bullshit, okay? This is complete and utter bullshit. I'm on the phone to female project managers, female design managers, female engineers, female landscape architects. Here's the kicker. I married a female architect, okay? This is bullshit. It's not the 60s anymore, you dumb idiots, okay? They've seen that. And you know what's happened? I've got a whole lot of female friends that studied architecture. And now we're all about middle age. And many of them are getting the shits with the profession and are quitting and becoming project managers. Or they're leaving the architectural profession to work for builders. Okay? This is complete and utter crap. So MBA, I mean, they're just kissing ass to the government. That's what they have to do. I mean, come on. Oh, we're confident local companies would tender for this project. Maybe they shouldn't. No one should tender for this stupid job to show the government. This is the problem now. You got the lefties in power. And don't go, I'm not a lefty, I don't believe this. Well, mate, the Overton window's shifted. This is your side now. This is what the socialist authoritarians believe. This woke type of crap. It's not merit-based anymore. It's not hard-working. You've got to tick a fucking box to get even the right to tender for a job. They'll steal the money out of your hands. They'll take it off you when you're working, running your business, struggling to keep people employed. And then they'll say, no, sorry, you can't tender for this job. We got to give it to this bloody tick box here. Sorry. Oh, they won't even say sorry. They'll spit on you for being privileged. Your privilege is to pay more fucking taxes to these people. Sorry I'm swearing, but I'm over this shit. I really am. It's 2022, for God's sakes. We don't need to be doing this type of garbage. It's just going to get worse too. Because the dumb normies will keep voting for these idiots again and again and again. And some people believe this crap. Mr. Hopkins said, as more women in construction are working in management roles, who cares about management roles? I want to see them digging ditches. I want to see them digging ditches. Who gives a shit? The National Narwick, yeah, I know them. Who cares about that? Whoop-de-doo. I mean, no, I want them digging ditches. Nope, nope. So, well, let's see some of the comments here. If you identify as a woman, does that still count? Just like this government, a woke joke. Yep. Surely this is a joke. A female manager won't work. Why not have a balance? Yeah, that's it. All female management. That's insane. That is insane. Don't you want these firms to have diversity in gender? Anything to divert public away from the real issues at hand in the ACT. So they're going to install all teaching staff are male. You need the right people with the right skills. See, these are we're all old-fashioned ideas, guys. You know, this is nuts. Oh, Nikki, come on, how bloody ridiculous. Yeah. Uh-oh, she's too trad. No, ban. New government now, yeah. And there's a follow-up article to this, okay? So let's have a look at the follow-up article. When was this thing written? Bloody on the 12th. So here's the follow-up. What are they saying? Industry says all female restrictions on new school. Can you believe that? Can you believe that this is what is happening in Australia now? Will cost taxpayers and benefit interstate companies. They're just going to set up. This is the problem. Maybe government just needs to get out of schooling entirely. Honestly, just shut down the entire government procurement of schools and just leave it all to the private sector and then reduce the tax burden on people. Or give people a voucher. $20,000 per kid. That's what it's costing here in Queensland. That's what the school gets for every kid you put in, at least in primary school. So give that in vouchers to the parents and they can choose however they want to educate. They can go to a private school, they can go to distance ed, they can homeschool. Then they get to keep the 20 grand. But you can't manipulate voters easily with that, can you? Imagine the innovation we'd have with that. So the ACT government plans to restrict tenders. Yep. According to, when was this written? 13th. Stephen Shelton of construction recruitment agency Canberra Labour Hire, the conditions imposed on the procurement will simply mean taxpayers end up spending more. Yep, that's it. Yeah, it's all just bullshit. It's just going to cost more money, guys. Lunacy sums it up. Oh, boy, I'm all for gender equality and think that women in the building trade is amazing. If I had my time again, that's where I'd go. But this is a complete farce. Yeah, well, I mean, you got to talk to some tradies. You've got a short shelf life in working in any trade. And you got a lot of risk. Okay, you got a lot of risk. So there's easier jobs out there, to be quite honest. So let's have a talk about this. This is woke bullshit. Okay? This is the sexual-based discrimination for tendering of a $60 million plus government project. Utterly insane. And this is what you get, guys. This is what you get. This is the shit that you voted for. So it's going to be more taxpayer money. And some of the people, most of the people, more than 50% of the people, of the businesses, because I bet you there'll be a shit ton of businesses that don't have all female management, but have females in management. All female management. So is that going to mean there's less incentive to promote a capable male in certain businesses? It's just bullshit, guys. I'm just sick of it. Sick of this crap. We've been talking about it for years. It is just utter rubbish. And it's disgusting. And this is what I see when someone's a hardcore leftist. I see shit like this. I see you believing in it, that it's good to discriminate against people, that you don't want a merit-based society. You just want all these quotas and cliques and gang-bred mob rule. That's what it is. Okay? This is where it's heading. Just the beginning. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this one. Am I an old, outdated boomer with my notions that people shouldn't be judged on these characteristics? Or is this the future? And do we all just have to adapt? Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there's a few ways you can help out. You can support us financially via Patreon or YouTube. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. And we're a 50-50 male-female managed practice. I don't know, guys. It's just bullshit, isn't it? This is just complete and utter bullshit. It's always management, never labouring.